Australia began to be inhabited by Aboriginals around 4,000 years ago by people from Southeast Asia and Polynesia. Meanwhile, in Greece, people said that there was a great southern land that kept the world from tipping over because of a supposed flat earth. In the 17th century, Dutch merchants landed on the continent. The merchants called the land New Holland. In 1768, Captain Cook began a mission to claim the continent. In 1770, Cook landed in Australia. He would map its southern coast and describe its fauna. In 1788, Great Britain established a colony, but this colony was made of criminals. Around this time, Great Britain had a huge criminal problem. From the average thieves, the colonies revolting and declaring independence. So they decided to bring the criminals to Australia and make them colonize the land. Between 1788 and 1868, over 160,000 convicts went to Australia. It was hard for the new colonists because crops did not do well and Aboriginals kept stealing cattle. After a few years, life in Australia became better, as more colonies sprang up, mostly in Tasmania. During this time, many regular folks went to Australia in search of better land and life. Some of these people weren't even from Great Britain. Most of them came from America and France. These immigrants began to encourage industrialization. By 1859, 5 major colonies existed. There was New South Wales, Tasmania, Queensland, Western Australia, and Southern Australia, which had some of the most northern parts of Australia. During this time, explorers began going into the interior, most of them never returning. In 1900, the now 6 colonies decided to put this beside their differences and create a commonwealth together, with the British Queen as the head of state. When World War I began, 330,000 Australians joined the army and fought in Europe, the Indian Ocean, the Middle East, and the invasion of New Guinea with the New Zealanders called the Anzac. After World War I, Australia began letting even more immigrants in. During the Great Depression hit Australia hard because no one had money to buy Australia's wheat. Also during this time, the famous Harbour Bridge was built. Also, Australia began a military conflict with Emus. When World War II began, the British refused to send any military to support Australia against Japan, but America sent 100,000 soldiers to defend Australia. Many people believe without America, Australia would have been gone. America defending Australia led to Australia to participate in the Vietnam War. But in recent years, Australia began to have a more positive attitude towards communism, being the first Western nation to recognize the People's Republic of China. Today, Australia is a thriving nation, has a population of 25 million people, and has a good future.